Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to the Siege and the Sandfox. It is a stunningly gorgeous stealth action Metroidvania, which is to say, I don't think there are a whole lot of stealth Metroidvanias. Like, some have stealth as like a secondary feature, but this one is all stealth all the time, which makes it a very unique flavor on the market. It also gives me some really strong, honestly, I'd actually say more Prince of Persia vibes than even Castlevania or Metroid, which is super nice. I haven't played a Prince of Persia game in like 2 decades, and so it's kind of cool to have one that, does its own thing, really goes in a completely different direction from pretty much every other Metroidvania on the market. I guess as part of that, I should say a very quick thank you to Cardboard Sword and Plyon for reaching out and sponsoring this video. It was very kind of you, and it was a ton of fun. And I should also mention that the Siege and the Sandfox is now available on PC, which is Steam, Epic, Good Old Games, and Humble. So if you do want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. It's 15 bucks and 10% off at launch. So with that, let's just dive right in.
Kariman, the city of stories, the jeweled city resplendent in the desert sun, safe among the shifting sands. But sunset brings a fearful rumor to the bazaar. The impossible has come to pass. An Armuzi army has crossed the desert and prepares to lay siege. Amidst the whispers, a lone figure hurries towards the palace.
Oh, I'm here. I was expecting it to keep going, but no. Okay, so I'm kind of slow. Okay, so we do have a run button. I was actually gonna say, little bit of Prince of Persia, but actually also kind of some Metal Slug in here. I'm a sucker for good pixel art. Ooh, production lead. I'm a sucker for good pixel art. Have been for years, like back in the early days. Okay, how do I mantle? Okay, I just go up. Like back in the day when everything was going 3D and everybody's like, oh, 2D looks ugly, Okay, wait, wall run. Oh, we can go up pretty far then. What was it? There was like some contingent of people, I'm going to say kind of more, I don't know if oh, right, we have to run up. We can't jump this one. There were a number of gaming magazines that decried, like, Castlevania Symphony of the Night as being, like, dated looking because it was using pixel art. And that game looks gorgeous still compared to a lot of, like, old 3D games. And so I never really understood, like, when people were complaining about, ooh, pretty. I don't think I can do anything with it, though. I've never understood when people complain about pixel art because, like, man, if you can do pixel art incredibly well, like, there's nothing quite like it. Look at this. Look at the density. But also the style. It's got this kind of, I mean, obviously more like Middle Eastern flair. But I'm really digging the, like, little bits of machinery here and there. I usually don't spring for historical games just because I live in the real world. I don't need more, necessarily, of it. However, ooh, check Fox. Well, sure, why not? Banquet Halls, Palace of Karaman. Maybe we don't go down there. I keep expecting to have things to interact with, but nobody seems to be really interested in me, so... Dog. That's a really nice animation for petting the dog, too. Sure, why not? I don't think I can interact with any of these characters, but... while I've thoroughly distracted myself. I don't know, it's just a visual treat. Oh, right, talking about historical games. I don't know, real world usually is kind of boring for me. But if you can start throwing in some, like, little subtle differences, things that aren't reality-based.
Lie quiet and I'll tell you truth. You know, of course, that we were surrounded by a vast army. But you know also that Fennec, the Sandfox, had great concern for our bright city. Such concern that he paid a visit to his friend the king to offer aid. You know that when the king was murdered, the Sandfox was blamed and dragged from that place in chains. You know that he was brought to the great hall before a grief-stricken court, and that the queen took his glass dagger, and she buried it in his heart. The queen smiled, knowing that now her treachery could never be revealed. For no one can live who has felt the kiss of a glass dagger of the Kashai. The body was dropped deep, deep into that pit they call Traitor's Fall. You know this, all of this, but you do not know what happened next. The Sandfox was weary and in pain. No one is unchanged by the Traitor's Fall. But the Kashai had a duty. The queen had transgressed and was marked for death.
Wow, he just shrugs it off, I suppose.
Every muscle ached, but the Sandfox felt strength returning.
Okay, so we do have to worry
Guard,
about sound.
hide.
I wonder if this is going to be one of those where I can just, like, systematically assassinate everyone in my path. Like, I'm usually not one for stealth games, but I really like the ones where you can, like...
The Traitor's Fall had taken its toll, but still, the Sandfox could leap like no other.
No, won't let me run up that one, I guess. Oh, I guess we can make that jump. All right.
To hang by the fingertips, to climb to great heights. Such were the skills of the Kashai.
Oh, can I not do anything with mine? I guess I can't. Okay, there we go.
Torchlight was risky if watchers were close. Kashai were at depths of the shadows.
But yeah, usually don't spring for stealth games. I'm not patient, and I get caught easily. I think it's gonna be...
The surest way to win is to avoid the fight. These were only thugs, the lowest of the low. Yet the Sandfox could not match them for brute strength.
I think it'll be easy enough for me to stealth through this. I think part of the problem is a lot of stealth games are 3D. And I think that causes problems for me just because, I don't know, it's just hard to keep track of all that stuff. It's a lot easier on a 2D game.
Ruined from the time of Empress Sharza, princes of Karaman had harnessed the water to their own devices.
Doesn't look like there's anything I can do there, but I might as well turn the, Oh. Okay. I gotta figure out what determines when I can run up a wall and not. We will see. I see. So now we can go through here.
Oof. Even a Kashai could not survive a fall from too great a height.
Well, we survived it somehow.
Time for caution, the Sandfox thought.
Yeah, listen for threats.
The
Standing
well-trained
still.
Kashai could pinpoint unseen threats easily if they stood still and listened closely.
Can I even scoot through here? Probably not. Can't imagine I was going to be able to get through that anyway. Nor did I need to. I don't know if this guy's looking up either. Like, I'm a sucker for sight lines in these games. Because it makes my life easy.
Smelled of stagnant water and mold.
I'm really happy that they have this narrator. I think that's actually something I'm going to say is kind of a strong point of a number of more modern Metroidvanias. Is that a lot of them are starting to
The Sandfox enjoyed the chance to test skills that had grown rusty.
Don't you have like a gaping chest wound though, dude? Okay, that should be a little bit better. Oh, does she have anything else to say?
The woman sighed. I cannot go back to my friends, not with the elevator still above.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, the audio balance. I like to audio balance so you can hear dialogue, followed by music, followed by sound effects. I don't know, it's always been my preference. Sound effects are nice, they just get kind of punchy depending on the game. I can peek through the door, but I can't go through there. I guess we're just operating off of too angry to die. Logic for this game. I guess I'll take it.
Sharzad's fortress had collapsed long ago and left routes impassable to all but the most skilled of climbers.
Okay, I can run across that. I can just also hop down. Okay, so that's open. But what about the other direction? I'm also noticing every once in a while I get stuck on something. Yeah, do not know. Some of these walls I can climb. We'll just have to kind of play around with it, or I'm going to have to redo the tutorial from the beginning. Okay, he heard me, but it looks like he slept. Yeah, there he goes.
These guards, the Sandfox observed, had the good sense to wear a helmet. Knocking them out would be impossible.
Alright, keeping that in mind. So it seems like we can at least maybe knock dudes out. Okay, do we want to go the other direction? I don't know. I think the thing is we're still very much in kind of tutorial land as far as this game is concerned. Well, maybe not, actually. Hello?
A weapon of stealth.
Blackjack.
With this, the Sandfox could deal with the guards, so long as they were unaware.
And not wearing helmets. There we go. Because I'm pretty sure I couldn't have...
Many sins of the kingdom washed down these drains.
Okay, so he's out cold. Well, that's unfortunate. They always turn around. This is why I have trouble with stealth games. Oh, why is my mouse on the... There we go. Like I said, I'm not patient. Like I could be, but it's
Many sins of the
easy to
kingdom
be
washed
hasty.
down these drains.
So it doesn't look like I can drag things around. And yet, do they wake up over time? Because some of these games have it that they wake up. I also noticed
Strange cries echoed through the walls. The Sandfox had never heard a sound so lamentable yet preposterous.
There we go. It doesn't seem like they're waking up. It's probably if I revisit the area, I'll need to concern myself with it. Oops. That's okay. I can run at this point. Okay, we've got 2 guys. Okay. Oh, he still sees me. Does he? Okay, big question is, does he wake up his buddy? Or is his buddy out cold? Okay. Sadly, woke up his buddy. Okay, so I'm just gonna hang out outside of the light radius. Yeah, the problem is hitting the guy and then moving again alerted him. Because I can make this work, I just have to be careful. Well, that didn't work. Bye. And he ain't gonna be able to catch me. I am way too fast.
This place had been a storm drain in the days of Sharzad, when the gods sent bountiful rain. The Sandfox came to an encounter they would later recall fondly. Here was a place of safety. So it's true. The bandaged girl paused, eyes wide. The Sandfox. Well, if you told me, I wouldn't have believed it. But here you are. Welcome. You must have many stories. A grin crossed her face. I'd love to hear them, but first let me tell you about this place. It is not like others you have been to. No one has it good down here, do they? Not the prisoners, not the rats, not even the Underkings, really. Still, it beats a stint in the iron hold. Anyway, that's enough about this place. Tell me what you've been up to. Any new stories, Fox Friend? Fox Friend, what have you been up to?
I love their animation. Very flaily. Okay, so now where are we going? Do we have a map? Oh, we do. We can also fast travel. Oh, so at this point, oh, look at these illustrations. Look at all this stuff. This is pleasant. I think there's supposed to be, what, 5 different major zones that we can go to, give or take? Okay, so where are we going? Was this the character that was crying? I have no idea. Oh, it looks... Oh, that's probably... Maybe the person who's crying. One way or another, doesn't look like it can go this direction. Alright. In that case, can I go here? Door peak, open door. I mean, there's a guy up above.
Among the drains and the rat catchers, the Sandfox knew they could relax their guard.
Yeah, so I can talk to this guy.
There can't be anywhere worse than here, the unhappy man said. I swear, if I have to eat another rat...
It's a massive complex underneath the castle.
The ugly man must be one of the Underkings. They had been a power in the prison for years.
Oh, right. I see, I have to jump down from here. I think I can climb this. Can I not? No. I can climb some things. I guess we'll have to go talk to him. Or figure out some other way to get up to him. What was I gonna say? Isn't this city supposed to be under siege? I assassinate the king, unless, of course, they were planning on surrendering. Maybe.
The man was muttering ominous words about monsters in caves. When he ran out of words, he whimpered.
I guess let's go talk to the ugly man. It's probably gonna be valuable anyway. Hello.
No chance, said the ugly man. You're one of them filthy rat catchers, or at best a darkling. You've nothing we want.
I like his talk animation. He looks very sassy. Steal a bribe, of course. Looks like there's an area up above, but I think for now, let's just go down here.
The Underkings have it so easy, the bitter woman said. This isn't a prison. If it were, the Underkings wouldn't live in such luxury. I've lost my beloved pet rat, the shaggy-faced man cried, his breath thick with the smell of burnt meat. It escaped down to the rat runs. Won't you bring it back to me? My rat, the shaggy-faced man again cried with a pitiful look. Please bring it back to me.
I really like that narrator. Okay, that's locked. So I think we take the... Oh, we take the elevator to free that one lady. But first, let's talk to this guy.
Since being thrown in here, I can only play in minor keys, said the player. At least I have my music. Others here have lost everything. Ah, that smell. Rust and crumbling stone.
Fortunately, it's locked. No, what about... I want to go back down. There we go. I wanted to go further, but it looks like I'm not able to. Interesting. It looks like it should be able to go further. Let's see. Can I? Yeah, I can go up here. Pole vault swing. Okay, that's cool. The greater focus on parkour here feels very good. Okay, you can't overshoot that. Okay, so the unfortunate part, it's actually better for me to take some of these at a walk. I love that animation. They did a very good job with the, like, traversals. Like, it actually feels like I'm a dude walking and running around as opposed to, Beef Chunk McHuroman running around just kind of hopping and jumping and, not behaving like a person, more behaving like a physics object.
Shaggy foot wraps, shod with resin and nails. Old, but still wearable. The Sandfox could make good use of these.
So that's why we couldn't wall run earlier. They took my boots up until now.
The Sandfox knew that now the wall here would be no obstacle.
Hey, and big up so far. No double jump. I think it was Yahtzee had talked about this in one of his videos, but he was specifically talking about how he judges Metroidvanias on time to double jump. I don't think I'm too... Oh. I don't think I'm, like, too stringent on these things.
The fortress of Empress Sharzad had once been the marvel of the world, yet now her name was all but forgotten.
Okay, it doesn't look like it can drop down. I'm just gonna hide here, wait for this person to come by. Hopefully I'm outside of... Okay, there are two of them. Gonna wait for a bit. Because I don't think they can see me here. And there's no light.
The Sandfox had heard rumors of the dangerous cult, who dressed in yellow robes. Some said it was a new religion, but none knew anything of their purpose or who they served.
Well, that's fine.
It is good to see a friendly face, said the man. Have you seen Navid? He wandered off with something of mine.
I meant to knock that guy out. But I guess we'll just have to leave that for later because I don't actually know how to get back up. It's fine. No amount of... Oh, there's something there. I don't know what those are. Unfortunately, this seems like something I might not be able to... No? What is this thing? I've seen a couple of these. Oh, Kashai seal. Ancient texts.
This was a learned work of Parvain, a Kashai and noted alchemist. Here she detailed the construction of the giant golden statue of the suffering man at the port of Zeraj.
Unless I got it, I can climb this. What are you gonna do? Catch me? I am too sneaky for you. Down here where you
These
cannot reach.
ramshackle structures were all that was left of the Bridge of Knives. Somewhere beyond lay the mausoleum, all dust, bones, and unquiet spirits.
Okay. Let's see, where else can I go? Got torches here. We've got dudes. Main question is... Okay, good, I can look around. How far does this guy go? Okay, looks like we're good. Didn't realize I was standing next to a candle. Yeah, so I'm not visible when I'm hooded like this. I really wish I could drag people around. Where's my partner? Your partner's over there. So they don't like it when the torches go out. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
The cultists disquieted the Sandfox. More than ever, the shadows were the Sandfox's friend.
Okay, there's nothing up there. We have these guys here. But it doesn't look like there's much of a reason for me to deal with them, so bye. Well, that didn't... Oh, there's the lever there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get that. Well, that's unfortunate. Just freaking missed. At least we're next to a checkpoint, so it's not that big of a deal. I can just try again. Generous checkpoints, I think, are a very important part of stealth combat for me. Bye. I'm not really playing this as a stealth game so much as just keep away, where I keep myself away from whatever. I mean, it works. The thing is, I can't...
Once more, the Sandfox could relax.
I can't actually do anything to all of these
Traitors
guys.
fall. The Sandfox shuddered at the memory. Now that the Sandfox could scale sheer surfaces, old haunts, they were taught to be nimble, the Kashai. Even as a child, the Sandfox knew the trick of sliding down a wall and jumping from it.
I do appreciate that the narrator is also the tutorial, but in a soft way. There we go. It's a little unfortunate I keep interrupting her, though. Okay, do we want to go anywhere special? We know about those. Old haunts. We can fast travel back here at any time, but we should get another fast travel point.
This had the stillness of a place of worship.
You know, earlier I mentioned this had a passing resemblance to Metal Slug. There's the mummies. It's passing at best. Once again, it's just pixel art. Like, just gorgeous pixel art.
The Sandfox knew this grate couldn't be passed right now. It would have to be remembered for later.
Oh, right. I'm so used to pressing down an A to jump through those.
Brilliant light-capped mushroom spores illuminated the darkness, ever so slightly cheering the usually gloomy underworld.
Oh. I see. We want to go here, slide down, and flip the lever. There we go. I'm so glad those aren't timed. Okay, and that opens us up. So where's this mushroom?
The Sandfox knew there was nothing to fear from the simple mushroom pickers.
Here we go.
Welcome, honored Alfenic, the bearded man said. We Darklings are adherents of your ancient predecessor, Jarbu. May we be treated to a demonstration of your skills? The Darkling smiled. Cross the crags and precipices of our domain. I shall await you on the other side with a gift from your predecessor.
Okay.
The water smell was stronger here. The Sandfox tasted spores of old dank mold.
Run up. I like the wall run. That feels very good. Like, too many Metroidvanias go for the wall hook where you can just like hop up walls. Running up a wall first feels quite good.
The hooded figure's eyes widened. Alfenic of the Gashai. You are welcome here, Sandfox.
Oh, is there unique... as long as this is filled in, is there unique dialogue?
It is long since we saw one of Jarbu's kin. You are welcome, honored Alfenic.
Yeah, so see how it's now grayed out? So that means he doesn't have anything else to say. That's nice.
It is long since we saw one of Jarbu's kin. You
okay,
are
unfortunately,
welcome,
repeat
honored
dialogue, but that's
Alfenic.
okay. What about this direction? Oh, there's nothing. Sorry, whenever a game tells me go this direction, I usually try to say, no, but what's the other
The
direction?
Sandfox had never seen such darkness, and never would.
There we go. I like the mushrooms. They're not necessary for lighting the way, really. I was wrong. That's like, I'm really good at famous last moments when it comes to like covering things. Or I'm just like making just idle commentary, and then I'm like gift of prophesying my own demise over and over and over again. It is amusing to no end.
The Darkling bowed. Ahead lies our most hallowed possession, a tool of Jarbu. As Jarbu's successor, it is rightfully yours. Take it with our blessing. There can be no doubt you are truly the Sandfox, Alfenic of the Kashai.
And it is a dagger.
Fine set
Lockpicks.
of tools crafted by a Kashai artisan. With these, no common door could bar the Sandfox.
Okay.
The Sandfox sensed danger nearby.
God, I love that. That feels so good. Can he actually unlock the door? He's gonna go away, right? So I might as well mention, just very lightly, if you're watching this video kind of earlier, okay. Because he can't reach it, he has to. Oh, this is very silly. Bye. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. There are a couple of bugs in the current version of the game that, I'll find you again. I see them. Bye. Couple of bugs in the current version of the game, that they do have a big hotfix patch, coming fairly soon to fix a number of these things. That is very funny. The guy's like, no, I need to see what's on the other side of the door, but I do not have the key. I guess they escaped. Alright. Oop, that didn't work. And maybe I could have timed that a little bit better so it wouldn't be, like, directly on the other side. But that's okay. We're fine now. But yeah, so you might possibly see a couple of Steam reviews talking about, you know, bugs and whatnot. Double check if the hotfix patch has gone out, but chances are by the time this video is up, most of these issues, whatever small ones there are probably going to get patched out. Like, the developers seem quite responsive with a number of
out of sight.
With a number of problems and are, you know, already on it, as opposed to every once in a while there's a dev that just, like, puts out a game and then disappears and sad. Like, not even with a word. That door is different. I lost them. Coward, run away.
The Underking's guards were not the brightest, but even so, the Sandfox had to be careful.
There we go. Have I seen these guys before? No. Okay, good. So is this the other ladder? Might it be? Question is, no, doesn't look like I can get it. I don't know where this rat's supposed to be. I was kind of hoping it would be that one up there.
Through the shaft from above, and something even worse. Silence.
Well, does look like there are in fact monsters down here. I guess we did see the weird zombies, so not the only thing.
Once more, the Sandfox could relax.
I do really appreciate that when you don't need to worry about enemies being nearby, the sound indicators aren't present. That feels actually legitimately quite good. Wait. Is this where I want to be going? No. Oh. It's like, I know I'm barking up the wrong tree, but I just cannot process it for a moment. Hello.
I found my friends, the woman said. Half an hour in their company was enough. I think I prefer the solitude. The woman nodded. You have my thanks, she said. Here, let me return the favor. The woman nodded. You have my thanks, she said. Here, let me return the favor.
By doing what? Probably take the elevator up.
The woman nodded. You have my thanks, she said. Here, let me return the favor. The tunnels twisted back on themselves, but the Sandfox was serene, knowing that the straightest path is often the most foolish.
Okay, yeah, we've got more of the knowledge. Now where do I go? I guess the map kind of does tell me. Catch a pet rat.
The woman nodded. You have my thanks, she said. Here, let me return the favor.
Okay, well the pet rat would be right here. There we go.
Rats ran rampant in the dark. The Sandfox knew the rat catcher's lost pet would here be found.
How would you even know which is the correct rat? I mean, I would be able to spot my pet rat from the crowd. Well, I mean, especially now, it's long dead, it's dust. But, like, as a kid, yeah, it wouldn't be too hard. But as a, like, please go find my rat, how would I, like, find my rat in this mess of rats? Find my dog in this mess of dogs.
Beneath the Sandfox's feet, all that was necessary was to reach down and grab one.
Yeah, it seems like there's a thing there, but without a...
Rat friend in tow, it was time for the Sandfox to return to the shaggy-faced man. The woman nodded.
Oh.
You have my thanks, she said. Here, let me return the favor. The woman nodded. You have my thanks, she said. Here, let me return the favor.
She's just nominated herself as one of those, like, they're not bellhops, are they? No, the elevator minders. I forget the names of them. It was an old job people used to have kind of a turn of the century when elevators are new. They would literally just sit in the elevator and operate it for people. I don't think they even had to do anything fancy. I think it was just pressing the buttons, more or less.
The shaggy-faced man smiled hungrily at the rat. There you are, my delicious friend. My thanks to you, Sandfox. If you happen to see another runaway friend, he said between bites, do bring them back here after I've finished my meal. This place smelled of desperation, amongst other things.
I am actually kind of sad.
This place was a prison. The inmates were worse than the guards. The Sandfox knew it was time to be careful.
I would not have given that man a pet rat if I knew he was going to eat it. Nope. We'll have to approach from a different direction. Okay, do we even have anybody around here? Oh, yeah. How far does this guy go? Not far enough. Okay, cool. Nope, he 100% can see me. Peace. Okay, he's there. There we go. Easy peasy, drop him in the shadows. And then you. I like systematically knocking out everybody. It just feels good. Let's not do anything until this guy's passed, though, because I'm probably going to get grabbed if I do too much. Okay. And then next one. Oop. And there's nobody around to wake these guys up, so. Assuming I don't get nabbed before I get the checkpoint, they might stay out for a while. I was hoping I'd be able to like pile the bodies somewhere or toss them off cliffs. There's only a handful of stealth games that I generally play, just because, once again, not very good at it, not very patient, but my favorite ones are the ones where you can, like, drag people into the bushes.
Once more, the Sandfox could relax.
The ones where you can, like, drag people into the bushes and they
The water
disappear.
ran quickly through the sluice and splashed on the Sandfox's feet.
Okay, we going up, we going down. Let's stay down for now. Oh, I like the fact that the music gets muffled underwater. Some games don't do that. Oh, I see. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. What I really like is the very few games that actually have the music change subtly while you're underwater. That's always a treat. I don't think I can do anything with this area. At the very least, I'm not seeing anything that allows me to go places. Because I don't think I can even go up there. That was a very satisfying set of slides. Okay. Guess we're just going up.
The Sandfox could smell flour, sweetmeats, coffee. The Underking's storehouse must lie nearby. Muttering, and the sound of heavy boots beyond the door.
What is a sweetmeat? Like, I've heard of it in...
Inside the box, the Sandfox could not be seen.
Like, I've heard of sweetmeats in so many novels, largely. The heck are they? Okay, and then this guy is maybe going to get distracted? No, he's not. Wasn't sure if he was going to notice his buddy was missing. But it wasn't ready yet. Because, like, when I think sweetmeat, the closest I've tasted is, like, certain jerkies, like teriyaki. Is that it? Does that count? It can't be. Alright, we will wait. I love Simlish. Such a just classic video game thing. There we go.
The crawl spaces above were narrow, but the Sandfox could make good use of such a space.
Now this guy might look for his buddy. Oh! I keep pressing B at like the worst time. Once again, B at the worst time. What's the point where this guy gets Dane Bramage? Don't know. Doesn't matter. There we go. Okay, is that all of it? I have no idea. We didn't actually really check this lower section. Looks like it was possibly an alternate path. A little bit sneakier, a little bit less blackjacky. Oh well. Uh-oh. Well, that's an unfortunate bug. There we go. Okay, now that everybody's been taken out, we've got the crawl space up above. I guess I should probably handle it more than anything else. I don't think I can get through that other door, because that took me to a place I don't think I could do anything at. Whereas I have an objective over here. Alright, here we go. Oh, no, definitely can't go that direction.
The heavy footfall of well-armed guards. The Sandfox knew to be watchful here.
Alright, I don't think the other guy can see me. Main question is he going to turn around at a really bad time for me? Nope, we're good. Oh, lockpick the door. Doesn't look like anybody else is in here. Yeah, what is a sweetmeat? Once again, closest thing I can think of is like teriyaki
Fine
jerky.
leg of meat from the Underking's store. The Sandfox was now wealthy enough to bribe the most diligent storekeeper.
I like how we're bribing them with their own stuff. That just feels good to me. Okay. Gotta switch there. I wonder if that opens the grating. Come on. I know you can make this jump, boy. Maybe can't. Try from the opposite direction. There we go. Ah, that opens that up. So we can now get back there faster if we need to. Oh. Ooh. I'm not here. Wait, is that man just gonna live in the hole? I don't think he knows what he... I don't think he knows how to leave. What? Where did he... He just teleported up there. Okay, well this time we're just gonna wait. I'm actually a little disappointed. I was really hoping I was going to be able, or I just trapped him down there. Huh. Let's just not think about that. Okay. I do appreciate the physics system. I'm very curious about what was happening with that collision.
The Sandfox held a kind of fondness for the Underking's guards. In their small talk, they were so human, talking of meals, games, and other comforts.
What? What was that? Oh, okay. Wait, we're back. Oh, but... So is he... How does he not notice that the door to the storehouse is open and there's just a dude in there? The door gets closed. Time has just decided it doesn't matter. Alright. Reality is breaking down around me, but it's okay. We've got this. Right. Cannot do anything while I'm crouched. There we go. So once again, dude is there. But this time let's actually try and, you know, knock him out. Wait a little bit, though, until he's walked away. Because, yeah, it turns out there's actually a sound effect when the door opens. There we go. There we go.
The Sandfox held a kind of fondness for the Under King's guards. In their small talk, they were so human, talking of meals, games.
Yeah, so the problem is you cannot take the pole vault jumps at a run. I don't think he can... Nope, he 100% can see me. Run, you fool. I don't know. Since the door is sometimes just there, I was kind of hoping you wouldn't be able to see me on the other side. Alas, that's not how this works. Alright. I was really hoping they'd have another checkpoint, you know, at kind of the end of this little sequence. Instead, I have to sneak out of the meat room and... yeah, all the guards are magically awake again. I'm just not going to bother with him. He's not worth my time. Oh, what's this guy just randomly wake up on me? Nope, we're good. Okay. I guess I should open this shortcut. The problem is it's like, it's slightly moot considering we keep getting reset. I guess rather than trying to even confront those guys. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to confront those guys. It just happens. Let's see. Then I can knock this guy out. Use the lever. Okay, so far, so mostly good. We have the other guards up above. But yeah, knowing that I can't kill them...
The Sandfox held a kind of fondness for the Under King's guards. In their small talk, they were so human, talking of meals, games, and other comforts. The Sandfox hid away.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need to hit... I think they're gonna go past me. I was hoping they go all the way to the left. It looks like they don't. And I don't think I can sequence knock them out. Yeah. I mean, they don't seem to have noticed. They might notice the guy, but I'll be long gone. There we go. I just have to take my time. It's on... I love the pole vaults. I wish they had just a little bit more magnetism. Okay. At least that one guy, I mean, we've broken things here. Because, yeah, it's actually now just this guy.
The Sandfox slipped out of sight.
Don't think about it. What? Okay. Just don't think about it. The main problem is the pitman is going to show up at some point. And he's going to cause problems for me. Okay, there we go. Didn't mess anything up this time around. Okay, there's a guy there. I'll get to him. Ooh, but we should probably get the lore scroll first. I could also probably sneak past an amount of this stuff. Though I think I should probably hit the lever anyway.
The tightly wound writing is a missive from the baton, the gazelle. The handwriting is poor, written in a pained hand. It details a wound won from carelessness, which the gazelle fears will be their last.
The thing I was going to say is, like, despite the, like, slight choppiness of this, most of the problems I'm running into boils down to me being bad at stealth.
The Sandfox could relax.
I am free. Hello.
The ugly man grinned. That delicious morsel will buy you entry. And my silence. The Sandfox could hear the clink of coin and the clank of tankard.
I like the fact that they have a separate animation for this guy smiling and pointing in a direction.
He tapped his misshapen nose. Anyone asks, I didn't let you in.
Like, the production value on this game is extremely good. Obviously, like, there's some rough edges that need to be smoothed down, but, like, none of them are particularly game-breaking. Some of them are a little weird, but most of them are just like, oh, that man didn't fall over. It's fine. He's unconscious.
The man hiccuped and spilled wine onto his chest. If he had anything to say, he washed it away with gulps of wine. They tell me I'm going into the arena. Me. The scrawny man trembled. I'm going to get killed. The last time I threw a punch, I hurt myself. The scrawny man cried. I can't do this. If you'd like a lesson on how to dig a hole for yourself, talk to Jahan, the young woman said. I never saw anyone with a losing streak like his. The young woman watched the gamblers play. She smiled at the private amusement. The guard looked up at the Sandfox, eyes bloodshot. They say you've got a knack for getting into places. Perhaps we can make a deal. I've lost a lot of money on their stupid game. If you can sneak up there with this mirror, I'll be in your debt. The Sandfox greeted the guard. The guard winced. Not so loud. Did you have any success with the mirror?
He just wants me to help him cheat. Fair enough. What about this guy?
I've been in here for 50 years and still never won a hand of cards. I think Roshan's favorites cheat, he said quietly.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that. Oof. I do appreciate that there is no health system in this game. Nor bosses. Like, I recognize that, like, boss fights in Metroidvanias are so traditional. But it's really nice to have one that balks at a lot of these traditions and just kind of does its own thing. Obviously, it's using a lot of the same, like, logic and ideas, but...
The arena sands left no trace of blood behind.
I don't think I want to go in there. I'm going to take a look at it anyway. Okay, well, I'm not being thrown into it yet.
Even with the fighters away to the pits, the smell of musk and sweat cloyed the air.
This is maybe how we get a weapon.
The giant of a man breathed slow and deep. I must center myself before the fight. Talk to my manager, Vashti, if you need something. I cannot speak while I meditate. Be gone. I am Vashti, and you are useful. The woman grinned. I know a way above ground, and I'll share it with whomever defaces Roshan's portrait. Back again, Master Thief. Vashti's look was quizzical. Is there not work waiting for you in Roshan's treasury?
Yeah, I really like the narrator. I like the fact that that's becoming a much more, like, common thing in Metroidvanias. It just feels good. It has more of a... I want to say it gives it a bit of a lived-in feeling. I guess it would be the way I'd put it. Okay. Maybe not lived in, vibrant feeling.
What am I in for? The prisoner chuckled. The cards and the fighting are what I'm in for.
Alright. But yeah, the platforming, the pixel art, the stealth mechanics are legitimately good. Like, they're well made. I think I can make that jump. So where do I go? Place the mirror there. Fast travel there. Well, time to break my ankles. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Oh, I've already come from there. What am I doing? Got to talk to that person, but yeah, I legitimately do not know what to do with that section, and I guess that's okay. Alright, well, I think this is pretty good for a stopping point, at least for now. There's more I can do, but I will admit I'm well, I don't want to say a little lost. Able to get up here earlier. Oh, duh. Hop onto that, run across. Yeah, we're good. Place the mirror. That's not subtle in the slightest.
The leather was held up by some sort of catch. The leather slid smoothly down into place.
Alright, so I guess what was I going to say? Well, I should probably find a checkpoint so I can at least save. Yep. The problem is there's usually a bit of a delay. There we go. Usually a bit of delay on some of those. And then you really do slide down fast. It's fine, I can manage it. Go from there. I just want to hit a checkpoint so I don't have to redo anything. Yeah, you kind of just have to mash the button, otherwise your character starts sliding too fast. There we go.
A faint waft of sweet smoke carried through the room. The Sandfox heard a pipe burble ever so quietly. Why does Roshan have the best-looking security down here, you might wonder? Because Roshan only hires the best. He said nothing. He only admired his reflection in his sword. I am Under King Roshan. The man boomed from his pillows. And I offer a royal reward to the one who humiliates Vashti's finest pit fighter. Deeper access to the Iron Hold. You wish a king's favor. Roshan leered like a snake. And see yourself to the pits and undo Vashti's favorite gladiator. Roshan's like a brother to me. I follow where he goes. Always. Leave me to my idleness, he said between draws. I hate serving these devils, whispered the wine girl. But I'll do it, if it keeps me from going underground. Who would have thought that snakes could climb so high?
Okay. So I guess I might as well pop over here. I just noticed there was a ladder that I could have taken. Which I guess is kind of valuable. I don't know. Oh. Fix the match. Am I gonna kill that guy? Might. Oh, is this the thin man? Oh, that's funny. So yeah, we're going to possibly drop the chandelier on the big guy. That feels kind of bad, actually. Oh well. Let's see. So what was I going to say? I don't know. Just general admiration for this. It's one of the more interesting, unique Metroidvanias that I've played in a while. Just in terms of, like, core concept and mechanics. And it's one of those where I actually do want to play more, because, yeah, it doesn't play like every other game, every other Metroidvania I've played. You know, so many Metroidvanias are just Hollow Knight again. Yeah. And so it is nice to have one that is, like, very assuredly its own kind of game and progress.
The ingenious ladder unfurled as the catch was released.
That was fun. Had to moonwalk there for a hot second. Anyway,
The chandelier fell straight onto the burly pit fighter's head, knocking him out cold.
I think that would do more than knock him out cold. Chandeliers are not something you mess with. At least as far as I've been led to believe by many movies. Hello, I've done your thing.
And so the lights come down for Vashti's prized fighter. Roshan's belly quivered with laughter. So much for their winning streak. As promised, a key to the iron hold. Head through the storm drains. His lip curled into a cruel smile. Of course, our association must remain a strict secret. Not even my guards will know. So be watchful. I have no call for light fingers. Leave me to my delights.
I'm glad I waited through that animation a bit more. Yeah, you do actually just do flips through it.
How can a disgraced Queen's Guard aid you? With information, of course. I secretly escorted Her Majesty to the stonemason. The bitter man paused. And my reward? False imprisonment. If you want information on the Queen, then speak to the stonemason. And be watchful for the cowardly guard who threw me down into the depths. The guard sighed. I doubt you've changed my fortunes, but you have my thanks.
Right. I have no idea how to get this game to manually save. Maybe it just saves automatically on an area transition? Not sure. I like being able to always visit at least one save point. Oh, there's the lady who said she would help do us a favor.
Do you smell that? The woman asked, drawing a deep, contented breath. Nothing's better than the smell of a fresh, wholesome meal cooking away.
There's more to say.
The woman tended her pan, frying the rat to perfection.
Oh, I like rats. I understand that, like, might be the only meat source around here, but it's kind of sad to just see everybody gleefully eating them.
I'll confess I'm worried, said the man. Naveed owes me 2 knuckle bones. I wonder where he's got to.
Well, at this point, not much left. Oh, there's a checkpoint.
Any new stories, fox friend?
What else do we have? We have this prison here, but I can't get to it. But we did get a checkpoint, so that's what matters. So I guess we can always come back here for a manual save. Into the iron hold. Wait. Oh. Did I just, like, randomly find where I was supposed to go? Sick. I wasn't even planning on that. I was just going. And it worked. Yeah, this is shaping up when we've still got so much left to go. There's whatever's down here. There's this whole area, probably the treasury for the Underlord. Yeah, I've only seen a third of the map, which actually does mean that this is not the hugest map ever. Visit the Mason. But on the flip side, it feels expansive, and it does feel like we're being given cause to kind of backtrack through a bunch of areas just to get to new ones. It makes it feel like I'm actually moving through a real location as opposed to just like a series of disconnected zones. And yeah, once again, the pixel art has been nothing but impressive.
Managed by those banished underground. The din of tin cups clinking against endless bars filled the Sandfox's head.
And I really dig the parallax on the background. That looks really nice. All right, well, I'm going to bring us out to the main menu, and I'll close this down.
Breathed easily again.
All right, I think this is a pretty good stopping point, at least for now. I'm a huge sucker for Metroidvanias. Like I said, I play so many of them. I've tried so many of them. But a lot of them come down to, it's based on Metroid, it's based on Castlevania, and it's based on, well, I guess Hollow Knight, which is kind of a combination of both, sort of. And Siege and the Sandfox, while it definitely has elements of that, I really would actually go back and kind of compare it to Prince of Persia, mostly for the platforming. But I also haven't played Prince of Persia in like 2 decades, so maybe I'm wrong on that one. I think it's mostly just the setting, and the parkour elements give me Prince of Persia vibes stronger than anything else, and I really like that because, yeah, it means it's actually one of the more unique Metroidvanias that I've played in a very long time. And that very much makes it worth checking out, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, the music is great. The narrator is fantastic. The gameplay is solid because, once again, it's not about boss fights or really difficult fights at all. It's just planning and strategizing and goofing hard and then trying to salvage it, or just starting over and trying it again. And I think that makes for a completely different experience, which is a very nice change of pace. I get kind of burnt out on Metroidvanias, once again, because sheer repetition. So yeah, nice to have ones that don't do the same thing as everything else in the market. Anyway, I guess with all that said, I do want to say a very quick thank you to Cardboard Sword and Playon for reaching out and sponsoring this video. Playon, for sponsoring this video. It was very kind of you, and it was very, very fun. I should also mention that the Siege and the Sandfox is available on PC on every single platform, so that's Steam, Epic, Good Old Games, and Humble. So if you do want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. It's been out for a couple of days, and like I said, they've got a big hotfix patch coming very soon that should smooth over some of the rough edges we saw in this video, and probably a lot of other ones that I haven't seen yet. Anyway, I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, it helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.